The disliked and the makruh defects that if found, then the animal would still be possible to use for sacrifice, but it is disliked, are as follows. Number one, whatever was cut half or more of the animal's ears or horns, because this, to the people who are buying it for themselves or to use to feed their guests, would be something of a defect. So usually they would pick and choose the best for their guests. Then Allah has the highest example. We should do the same or even better for Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second one and the third and the fourth and the fifth are all related to slitting part of the ear, whether from the front, whether from the back, whether from the width wise or from the length wise. All of these are considered to be defects, but not something that would render a sacrifice invalid. Some of them would have holes in the ears, not for earrings, rather to identify. And all of these cuts and slits and forms of defect are caused usually by the owners. So it's like, instead of branding their animals, they would have these marks on their ears or on their horns so that it would be identified. The sixth is to have the whole horn removed completely. And again, this is not something that would prevent an animal from grazing with the others, but it looks bad and one would not be honored to sacrifice this and to give it away. The seventh is having lots of its sight, the loss of its sight, although the eyes are still there. So it looks okay, but the eyes may not function properly or may not function at all, but because on the outer looks it's fine, then it is fine. And having less than half of the tail cut off, because again, this is a defect usually in the animal to have it more than half. That would render it not possible to sacrifice. But if less than the half, then it is fine. If more than the half, the majority of scholars would not allow this to be sacrificed. What if the animal by birth, by nature, does not have a tail? This is no problem, and we can use that to sacrifice. Then we have what, number 9, having its penis cut off, and that is a defect. And this is different than being castrated, or as it's used with some animals, neutralized, I think they call it. In some hadiths, the Prophet did sacrifice with such rams, and they say that this is even better for the meat itself. This is different than when its penis is cut off. And number 10, if some of the teeth had fallen. So if it's lost some of the teeth, then this is disliked to be used. But if the teeth were never there by birth in the first place, then there's no problem in that. Mentioned before that the Prophet ﷺ did the slaughtering himself, which means that this is the best thing to do for a person to do the slaughtering himself. If this is not possible, or the person doesn't know how to, or he has a faint heart, a weak heart, then there's no problem in authorizing someone else, like a butcher, a professional person, to do the slaughtering on his behalf. But it is highly recommended that you attend it, that you see it. And it is not permissible to give the butcher some of his fee in return for slaughtering the sacrifice from what he has sacrificed. It's a trend. A lot of the people do this when they sacrifice their ram, and the butcher goes ahead and cut it off in pieces and skin it. The skin itself, a lot of the people don't want it, so they throw it away. Instead, they bargain with the butcher and say, okay, your fee is X amount of dollars or euros or reals, so we will give you this in exchange for that, part of your fee. And the butcher knows that he can sell it for more because he has deals like this, so he's fine with that. Now, this is not permissible because this is a sacrifice. It should all be given for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal.